The first blow to her trust is the silence of Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, the Gospel passage from Matthew 15:21 to 28 is alive with a number of spiritual insights. It begins with the cry of a mother in distress because her daughter is possessed by a demon. There is nothing worse for a mother than seeing her children suffer. She addresses Jesus as the son of David, which is a messianic title. In effect, she is telling Jesus, "You are my Messiah, and you have the power to heal. Therefore, have mercy on my daughter." However, her confidence and trust in Jesus, the Messiah, are tested thrice in this short passage, and every time she is made to feel disappointed. But she does not give up. The first blow to her trust is the silence of Jesus. You can imagine the condition of the woman who is already experiencing horrible pain and sorrow is being ignored by Jesus. This frightening silence of Jesus frustrates her further. In fact, many things are going against her. First, she is a Canaanite. Jewish people have no good relations with them. And then, she is a woman, and no Jewish rabbi would care about or associate with women. But is there anything more to this silence of Jesus? There must be, and there is. We know that Jesus is God, and we would expect from God compassion, mercy, and in this case, healing without delay. This silence of Jesus aggravates her agony and perhaps irritates the people. Even as we read or listen to this passage, we tend to be confused and think that this is not the Jesus we want and it is not fair. In other words, we want God to answer our prayers quickly. However, instances of such delay and non-responses from God are present in the Bible. For example, we read in the book of Prophet Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 2, "How long, O Lord, must I cry to you, and you do not listen?" Similar theme is found in a number of places in the Psalms. St. Paul, in his second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 8 to 9, says that he approached Jesus thrice for healing. But no answer was given, and finally Jesus tells him, "I am not going to heal you. My grace is sufficient for you." This non-answering is precisely to keep Paul connected to the roots of his weak humanity and not be puffed up with the pride in his successful mission of preaching the gospel. She goes on with her plea, for she is desperate. She is a mother, and she would leave no stone unturned to reach her goal. Then comes the second shock. Jesus tells the disciples, probably for her to hear, that he has come to save the lost sheep of the house of Israel. First, ignoring her with his silence, and now almost telling her that it is not his business to answer her prayer. This could be a very discouraging circumstance. My dear friends, you and I are not strangers to this experience of the woman. When prayers are not answered, how many times we have closed the Bible, stopped frequenting the sacraments, and given up going to the church? As the woman continues with her request, even the disciples are getting distressed, and they become advocates for her and request Jesus to give her what she wants. There comes the third blow. Jesus tells her, it is not right to take the food of the children and give it to the dogs. This is not to be understood as an insult. It is a normal thing for parents to do. They would never neglect children and feed the dogs with the food of the children. She has no problem with it. Pay attention to her response. As yes, sir, but even the dogs can eat the scraps that fall from the master's table. This woman's perseverance, patience, humility, and above all, her unshakable faith prevails over the initial silence, non-response, and apparent refusal of Jesus to hear the request. Jesus not only heals her daughter, but also makes her an example in front of the apostles and the crowd of the type of disposition that is required in our prayer. Notice the final remark and sincere praise of Jesus for the woman. Woman, your faith is great. In congratulating her, Jesus is praising every mother in the families who live this great faith through their prayer, devotion, and courage. My dear brothers and sisters, let us allow ourselves to be challenged by the faith, perseverance, patience, and humility of this Canaanite woman. Let us also strengthen our faith in the mercy of God and in the compassion of Jesus, and ask Him to teach us to pray according to His will, knowing that His will is always for our good. Amen.